Welcome back, trainers, and in this video we're going to be taking a look at a Dynamax and Gigantamax tier list so you can kind of have a good idea as to what you should be investing in, or kind of think about the future and potentially save yourself a lot of Stardust and XL candies. So this was not personally made by me. I will put the image of who did make it, and I will also put a link to his Twitter down below so you can go ahead and give him a follow and yeah, maybe go and see the post yourself. So I pretty much agree with this list, pretty much 100%. There's like a couple of Pokemon that I would switch around. But with that said, let's go ahead and just hop right into this and see what we have going on. We're going to start at the lowest echelon, and then we're going to move up to the top. And I'm going to give you my thoughts here. We're going to make this brief because there's a lot of Pokemon to go over. So G, we're not going to go over all Pokemon every single time. So we have G here: Woobat, Phalanx, Garbage. I mean, you know, what are you going to really do with this now? When we're looking at this image here, let me make sure that we have, okay, all right. So when we see the Gardevoir at the bottom there, that is the Dynamax version. So if you see the regular, that's their Dynamax, because some are Dynamax and Gigantamax currently right now, because Niantic likes to release their Dynamax before their Gigantamax. So it's still bringing them revenue, right? Why would you want to rate something if it has a Gigantamax before and then they release the Dynamax? So G tier, yeah, it's all garbage. We already know this. F tier. These are obviously some more Dynamax Pokemon. And the reason why they're all in F tier is because they're Gigantamax forms, or something that's just the same type and a Gigantamax or a little bit better. It's just going to be outperforming them. Unfortunately, I did invest in a Venusaur, so there is that Dynamax one. Moving it on to E, and we will start breaking them down a little bit more here. Moving it on to E here, we have Inteleon. I didn't max one of those out. The Dynamax, I powered one up and I maxed out their max move, so I use a lot of XL candy. Urshifu, you know, this is why I'm not touching it. We're gonna get a Gigantamax, okay? Although it can still be used. Now, here's another thing to consider, okay? We are gonna be getting the Dynamax Eevee in the next couple of days, all right? That's not Gigantamax, and I know a lot of people were wondering, oh, okay, so we have all of these different types that we're gonna be able to evolve into, and then also have them Dynamax, so which ones are going to be looking juicy? We kind of already been over that, and this is actually making it very clear for you as well. So I just wanted to bring that up. We are going to be getting that Dynamax Eevee, so keep that in mind. And the reason they're releasing that now is because they're going to be releasing the Gigantamax soon. Okay, so just in you know, it's not too hard to follow. So in E here, we have our first Gigantamax, and that's going to be Blastoise. And this is one of the reasons why I did not power up a Gigantamax Blastoise. It looks so cool, I will admit. But I did go for the regular Dynamax Blastoise because it does have rollout, and I can interchange that quick move to make it do different quick move damages. And that's the nice thing about Dynamax Pokemon. All right. And as far as E, yeah, I mean, that's just what it is. I did power up a Charizard too. So yeah, moving it on to D, we're getting a little stronger here. And this is where the Gigantamax are going to start coming in a little bit more. So the, did I say Urshifu? That, you know what I meant. The Darkened fighting the Darkened water. So it looks like we have another one of those in the E, as well as Corviknight, Glade, Gigantamax Kingler, which is going to be a good water type attacker. Dynamax Gengar, Gardevoir, I just made one of those. That thing is going to be amazing as a fairy and psychic type attacker, as you can change the quick move. I have a Raikou powered up. As far as Latios and Latias, haven't really, I've been powering up the Latios. I powered up a Lapras, powered up, of course, Gigantamax Charizard. That's amazing. And that's going to wrap it up for the D. Moving it on to C, we do have Gigantamax Grimmsnarl, which I obviously made. It's going to be a good dark type attacker. It's unfortunate that these Gigantamax charge moves, when ready, can't be changed with their other typing. So it's going to be dark for Grimmsnarl Gigantamax. It would be nice if we could make it a fairy one. And then we do have Omnistar. I powered one of those up. We're going to look at some of the ones that I do have in a minute. This is going to be a decently long video, and I'm going to be uploading about 3 videos today, so keep that in mind. Notifications on. And now we're going to get into the topper echelons of the Eevee evolutions. We do have Glaceon up here as the ice type attacker, and then also Alakazam. I'm yet to find a good Abra. Once I do, I may make that investment, especially if it's shiny. Moving it into B. Now these are the kings that we're going to be seeing here. All right, now moving it on to B here, we do have the Soccer Rabbit. Okay, I haven't personally powered this up all the way yet because I did invest in Charizard. This one does have higher attack, but Charizard is fire and flying with a bigger resistance to potentially things that we're going to be going up against, and this is why I made the decision. Not only that, I powered it up before we did get this, and I'm not going to make another. I'm not going to make it right now. I did go with Inteleon. We'll get to that. Then we do have Gigantamax Machamp, which is obviously amazing, right? It needs no introduction. Machamp is always the king, no matter what. Then we do have Gigantamax Rillaboom, which is going to have higher attack than Venusaur, Gigantamax itself. And I did kind of skip over that in D, right? So yeah, yeah, maybe we should take a step back here. So Butterfree in D could be good up against Grass-type Pokemon, for sure, with that massive resistance. And then I do have the Gigantamax Venusaur in D as well. It's just a solid Pokemon. D is right in the middle there. All right, but back to C, or should I say back to B. So we're on Rillaboom, moving it on to the Gigantamax Toxtricity. It's just a staple. You want it. It looks awesome, and it's a great electric-type attacker. Excadrill Dynamax. You need 3 of them. If you don't have 3, what are you doing, right? I don't have them XL'd yet. I don't even have 1 XL'd, okay? I'm running out of candies because I've invested in the other ones, the Shadow, and then these came out, so I had to do it again. And then we do have Metagross. Personally think Metagross should be in A. That's my only... well, not my only, my first one that I disagree on, but not that big a deal. So I think Metagross should be an A. Now moving it on to A, let's go. What do you see there? What do you see? Inteleon. What do you think? Why do you think I made Inteleon? It is very squishy. Yes, it can take a hit, but we already know how to play these Dynamax and Gigantamax battles. You throw in something with a great resistance, then you throw in something that has the super effective move that you want to do, and then once you're done, you retreat it. And then you rinse and repeat. And this is what Inteleon is for. Quite literally, it's a sniper. It's not supposed to be out in the field. It's supposed to be far away, sniping them. Okay? So Inteleon, I'm telling you, that's why I use my bottle cap. Can't wait for a shiny. We'll be making 3 of those. Maybe 2. Maybe. We'll see. Moving it on, Gigantamax Gengar. Period. Straight up the beast. We love this thing. Absolutely amazing. Great ghost type attacker. Can't wait until it gets a poison quick move. That'll make its Dynamax version a lot more useful. And then we do have Eternatus, which is not a Gigantamax or a Dynamax yet, okay, but it can enter the max battles, and that is obviously great. The most expensive Pokemon in the game. I think that should be an S tier. Eternatus, yeah. And then moving it on to S tier, we do have Crown Zacian, which I personally do think should belong in SS tier. It's just an awesome beast. We already know it's the best. And then we do have Blissey, which I disagree belongs in S tier. As a matter of fact, if you use Blisseys in Dynamax and Gigantamax raids, that's cool. What did you think I was going to talk all this crap? I am going to be a little bit, because I do see some people out here, I'm just going to throw in my Blisseys. You're doing no damage. Now, you could use the Blissey as the front, like we just discussed. Bring it in there, gain the energy, let it take all the damage, bring in the super effective. There is that strategy. But then there's also assholes who like to throw in a whole team of these. You're not doing anything for us, all right? Stop that, okay? 1 Blissey, 2 Blisseys, I suppose, and then with your super effective move. Come on, help us out here. I think Blissey should belong in C tier, okay? This is the way it goes. And then finally, we do have SS tier, which is going to be Crown Zacian. And we already know Crown Zacian is just an absolute beast. It has that defense when you throw it in, and it's just making it so much more defensive and allowing it to take more hits when you do have it there. So there are the tier lists. Pretty awesome. Great job on this. This is a great steer in a direction to kind of give you an idea to what to make. So when it comes to the Eevee evolutions, let's make this clear right now. We're 9 minutes in. You're looking at, why does he have Sylveon so low on the F tier? That should be honestly at C tier. Okay, so I personally think the Fairy, right? So that one there, and the what else are we looking at? Of course, we see Glaceon. Espeon is going to be a decent psychic type. Where does he have that ranked? At E? Oh, come on. Gigantamax, Snorlax as well. Could be a good ghost type attacker with just lick, but your charge move is going to be ghost, so keep that in mind. If it has ghost charge moves, you will resist them, but you do have that going on as well. If they ever come out with a Dynamax Snorlax, that is going to be probably better than their Gigantamax. Going to be honest with you, because you can actually go with Lick with a Ghost Charge move. So, yeah, if you're going for any Eevee evolutions, as you can see here, Vaporeon's going to be a tank water-wise. So you make your decisions. I personally have given you those options, but that's the tier list there. Now, I'm going to go ahead and throw this video up. So taking a look at all of my Dynamax, Gigantamax, Crownations, Zamazenta, and Eternatus. This is my crown jewel of all Pokemon, of course. 100% background Shinization. Couldn't believe it. Almost fainted when I saw it. Going to go ahead and change this move here. We want to have Play Rough. I like to have a couple of Pokemon with a few different options, just in case, right? Of course, with their main moves. Eternatus, the most expensive Pokemon that I've ever powered up. Cost me about $400. About $450 or something like that. So yeah, could have used the golden bottle cap on this, or silver I should say, because I just need to bring up that defense, but it's perfectly fine already with all that defense. Again, I think Metagross should be higher on the list, because look at, you can go Bug, you can go Steel, you can go Ghost for the quick moves, and it has a decent attack. Great resistances up against those things that it's strong against. So Metagross, I feel like should be probably S tier, honestly. Butterfree, I'll make that one day. Midgarvor is a no-brainer. Definitely want one of these. I personally think, because when it comes to fairy type Gigantamax, not too much out there until they start dropping all of these new mega evolutions that we are going to be going over fairly soon, so keep that notification on. And then we do have our Inteleon, folks. I don't know why lately I've been loving this thing. I love Inteleon. I think that animation that it has in Gigantamax form, when it snipes with that water splashing, looks so damn awesome. But yeah, we'll keep moving on. I did go take a look at the shiny, and I didn't realize, I was like, wait, this shiny is actually badass, Inteleon. So yeah, hopefully we get a Shundo on that. I have the Entei, like I said, I made a Charizard because I needed the power back in the day. Still okay if I need firepower, no problems, whatever. And I can interchange the Charizard with the quick move to Dragon, to Flying, to Fire. And I can make it all those types, super effective. I have a bird with a nest outside my window. It keeps freaking flying and throwing me off. So a lot of these Dynamax can be extremely useful despite them being ranked on this list here. I'm not going to say, oh, the ranks were bad, but a lot of them still do have usability, because not everybody can just make everything. And we're still very low on these Dynamax and Gigantamax Pokemon compared to where we're going to be in like 2 years, because they're going to release a lot of different things. And that's another reason why I'm telling you to not be so hasty to power something up when they release its Dynamax first, because they're going to be releasing its Gigantamax. They're releasing the Dynamax first, like we just discussed, so you go ahead and pay for that. And then when they release the Gigantamax, then you go ahead and pay for that too. And then you're going to spend your starters and max these out with your candies too, the Dynamaxes, for no reason if you don't need to. I did the Charizard, I did the Venusaur at first because it was exciting and I needed the power, but now I got smarter. I screwed up on the Inteleon, screwed up on this Cinderace, screwed up on that, shouldn't have made it. I mean, it doesn't have the worst IVs. Yeah, it's okay, it's all right. But aside from that, I'm happy with all the power-ups that I did make. Still need to work on that Lapras, don't have enough. Venusaur, again, I made it because I needed the power when it first came out. And yeah, Blastoise is just absolutely amazing because it's going to be doing so much damage to, say, Bug, Fire, Flying, Fire. 4 times effective with that Rock move compared to this Gigantamax form, which is just hitting with water. I'm not powering this up because it's useless. There's no point. Want to make this shiny Venusaur 100% with a golden bottle cap. So decisive about it. But hey, I have a background Latios, yeah. But yeah, there you have it, folks. Just wanted to give you an idea as to what you should be powering up, what kind of things you should be, focused on. And as far as buying their max moves, you kind of want to focus on obviously the things that you're powering up. And maybe don't power all of their things up right away, because we may encounter a task that requires you to actually power those up. But I'm not saying to not. You probably should bring up their max attack first. Hold off on the shield and the HP recovery so that you have something to power up when the time comes for, say, a task. But folks, just giving you a couple of tips. I didn't really want to get this video up first because there's a lot of other things to go over. So make sure you do have notifications on. I'm going to go and edit this. Gonna go, and then right after this video is up, gonna get right onto the next one, and then right onto the next one, then take Athena for a walk, and then maybe go get a steak. Who knows? Anyways, thank you for watching, and I'll be catching you all next time. Take care.